Hey Lance, let's go over your paper. Overall, you do have a good paper. The first thing I notice is that, let me go back up to the top, the first source that you use, if you use the name in the sentence, you don't use it again here. You could use just the page number, or you would use the title of the article, a shortened version of the title of the article. You were supposed to have 2 paragraphs for your intro, so that throws it off just a little bit. Just could have used a little bit more. Overall, is it a bad intro? No, absolutely not. Just for a paper of this length, it could have been a little bit longer. You also need to make sure that you're not using any second person. Well, I guess let me back up here. And then also with your intro, you only have that one source. Each paragraph needs minimum of 2 sources. So let's move on down here. So you aren't really varying up how you're using your sources. So you want to vary it up and put, in the article, at your own risk, and then in parentheses put the author and the page number, just so you're varying up how you're using it. This is something that we talked a lot about in the videos on the homepage, and when we were dealing with paper 1 transitioning to paper 2. So so keep that in mind. You have quite a few of the second person pronouns, and you go a really long time without using the sources, so it's just kind of minimal on the sources. Come down here, and same thing, if you use it in the sentence, you don't use it in parentheses. So you would put with the claim made by, and maybe put the author and at your own risk, and then you're missing the page number. Let's see, did you have page numbers up here? No, you're missing the page number. So on all of them, you have to have the page numbers that you got it from. Come back down here. A little bit too long of a direct quote. You're only supposed to have 2 lines per page. With that said, you did use the interview well. More second person and just a very long time without sources. So let's keep on going. So same thing here, with the more sources, varying up how you're using it. You have the page number there. You need to make sure you're using page numbers on all of them except personal interviews. Again, with the second person. And then a little bit long of a direct quote again. This would need to be quotation marks because it's an article. And then if this is an article, then it would need to be in italics. If it's a book, it would be in quotes. And then you have this here. So this is really confusing about what source this actually is. You have a quote here. So quotation marks, page number. But well written. You don't. Your flow is good. Your organization is good. Your grammar is, strong. Nothing. It's just your sources really. That's the biggest thing. And down here, you have a lot of websites. You're supposed to have 7 sources. So if you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, and then out of those, you have 2, 3, 4. So a few too many websites. So out of the 7, you have the 7. You are allowed to have more on top of that, but you only have 8 here. Let me count one more time before I say that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I guess you're okay because you have your 7 and then 2 out on top of that. Let me see if you have your book. I don't see your book. You don't have that. It's website, database, website. I'm not sure what this is. This one's not clear exactly what that is because you have it in quotes. That leads it to be that it's a title, but it's kind of set up like a book. So this one is a little off. Other than that, this is well composed. There's not a lot of issues with your works cited page. So I hope this helps, and if you have questions, let me know.